NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's the Titans and the Jets, and it's Kick It Off next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Jets to take over. Led at quarterback by a man back to full health in season number 20 now, and his second one in New York, and that's Aaron Rodgers.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
To the sideline and incomplete. You talk about this Titan defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, this defense for the Titans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Now it's Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second and a couple. On play action, it's Rodgers. He finds Wilson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So now the Titans get their first shot on offense. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
In recent years, we've seen a lot of love for North Dakota State in the NFL draft, and Trey Lance, he's a great example of what the Bison are sending to the league each and every year. This guy looks like a franchise quarterback. He wants his opportunity to prove it to the rest of the league.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And Lance now to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Gets past one man. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 15 carries, 54 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run with Hall. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 9. Throwing is Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Here's Rodgers to throw. He completes it to Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Back to the ground with Hall. That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons. You talk about this Titan defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard. And the first play will be a field goal try. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Zerline's kick is up and through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a 1st down. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Hey, check that, street. Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Titans at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets your point in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Lance going to throw. They'll set up the screen for Spears. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackle there. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Working from the gun. Lance. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Lance looks to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
60 Bobcat. Go check.
To throw, it's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Chigakonkwo, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Kenneth Murray gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Hall on to give up the middle. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. Straight ahead is Hall. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll start on the ground with Spears. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Here we go. At the 38-yard line.
The Spears with another carry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway on a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Go! Warriors 70. Hurt, hurt. Hut, hut.
Now Lance. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone. That one good for 37 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lance. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Here's Lance to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing now is Lance. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Folk's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This time they stay on the ground, pushing through the contact. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. fourth down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. "19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Let's go. Come 19. Come 19.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Open man, Westbrook Akine. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. A final shot before half for Lance. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So we've reached... Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Second half begins with a run by Pollard. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A handoff for Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Excellent job on the tackle for loss by Harold Landry, shooting into the backfield. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. James Lynch able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. To throw, it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Rodgers now to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. Oh, some strong running. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Rodgers to throw once more.
Going right back to Wilson.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
From the 20, here's 2nd and a yard.
Here's Rodgers. Out to the right here to Wilson. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Another nice catch there by Garrett Wilson, who's off to a really nice start in his NFL career. He was Rookie of the Year in 2022, and in 2023, his 2nd 1,000-yard season. He's looking for an even bigger leap this year with Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback throughout the entire campaign.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Now Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin from 8 yards out.
And the Jets have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. That time a 9-play drive, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And his throw here is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Jets will take over. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets back out there.
Last drive, surgeon-like, dare I say, 7 for 7. That'll help your QB rating.
It will indeed, won't it? Can you figure out QB rating? Can you do it? Can you do the formula?
No, I just know the higher the number, the better.
Yeah, that's what I've been told,
That's what I know.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get to. I think he was that on that last drive.
2nd and 4. Flush. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
James Lynch able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. But backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
To throw is Rodgers.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Throwing on second and long. Lance. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for the Titans. 64 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
2nd and 10.
Here's Rodgers to throw. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. This is brought in at the 21.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
To throw, it's Lance.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The Lance going to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. Fighting to stay upright.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to...
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he's got it down to the 28.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6.
Here's Pollard again. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game.
The Folks kick is good.
And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by a field goal. 1:53 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. To throw is Rodgers.
It's complete. Lazard.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Back to throw, Rodgers.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Rodgers to throw. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Hey, you got your 1st down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. That's pulled in by Wilson.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Here's first down. Here's Lance. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Running right, it's Pollard.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So here now is the kicker, Nick Folk. He's hit 3 times already, and this for the win. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. Well, this one, partner, was fun down at the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Titans, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our